that we're made in the image and likeness of God. Dr. Jeffries has talked about we are the chosen people.
Yes, sir.
God made us in his image and after his likeness. When we don't know that, we're not awake.
I know that God has sent me here for a greater purpose than just talking about IIT and scholarships. He sent me here so that we can begin to galvanize, and we must prepare our children. There should be nothing more important on any of your minds than making sure that our children are well educated.
My name is Ramona Sherwood from Quality Administration and Staffing. And if you are unemployed or underemployed, looking for a job is a full-time job. It is sending out 50 to 100 resumes a day.
And this is our conversation.
This is where we need to go. We meet today, we have the conversation. But in Senegal 3 years ago, the leaders decided to give us another image. This is the rise of the black family. Devastated. Too often they're on their knees. Too often they're confused. Too often they're going to the world, showing the world they're behind and not their mind. Image of the black man rising. But he can't rise alone. That's meaningless. To be powerful, he has to rise for a reason. And the divine reason is to sustain the family.
As you mentioned before, my name is Lana Archer. I'm 17 years old, and I began a hair and body care product company when I was 9. At 9 years old, what do I know about business? Absolutely nothing. Did I let it stop me? No. I knew I had something great, people wanted to use it, and I shared it. And they came back giving it out for free, not knowing that that was probably my best business tactic. And they loved it, and they pushed me further. And I used every resource I had, internet, family, friends, my peers, to kind of find a little bit of insight in what am I exactly getting myself sold in my town on Long Island. And within a year, it spread throughout New York. And the next year, I was all along the East Coast. And not only did I have one product, but I'm developing products because my customers, and now in 80 different countries. Each and every person in here did something great and grabbed a person with you, and every one of those people who are pulled up with that person, grab somebody. There's no excuse why we cannot get ahead, why we cannot get further. Our generation is fortunate to have resources that were not available. We have these resources. There is no excuse. You take advantage of social media, take advantage of the internet, take advantage of the media, give the media a reason to shine some light on the positive that we are capable of doing.
The reason this is important, Freedom 2013, this commemoration of the 150th anniversary of the Emancipation Proclamation, is right now, y'all. Dr. Jeffries, you can help me out with this, but I think this is the only game in town. There's nobody else doing anything really relative to the celebration of the Emancipation Proclamation. And we think about Spike Lee's movie, School Days. It ends with Lawrence Fishburne shouting out the word, "Wake up, wake up, wake up." The reason why I was touched by Dr. Jeffries bringing to us that Senegalese sculptor is because, brothers and sisters, and I speak as a church, all right? I'm always a churchman. I feel that the church is like the New York Lotto, and that is you got to be in it to win it. I believe that a part of our emancipation is going to have to be up from what I call slave religion. Slave religion. You see, the fundamental fact for those of us who are Christians is that the European never taught us Christianity in order that we might be saved. We were taught Christianity in order that we might be better slaves. We have to redefine a number of things that we just flippantly throw out because it's in the Bible. It is in the Bible, but it has a relevant definition for our situation.
Yes.
And so when people were telling us that drinking was a sin, what were they telling the Seagram's factory? I speak as a church to say, and it bothers me in a good way, but when I keep hearing Dr. Jeffries referring to God, to the Creator, to God, to the Creator, to God, to the Creator, I almost want to tell Dr. Jeffries, that ain't your job, that's ours. But the bottom line is, sometimes we don't see God in our whole business of emancipation from slavery in this country. We think, don't worry about that, heaven is going to be all right. Yo, Brooklyn is a hard place to live in until you get to heaven. God ought to have something to say about what goes on in Brooklyn.
We need to take this so serious, otherwise we will not be taken seriously.